What's going on YouTube? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Biklonz Mega Beast Cross Attacker. So let's open them up and take a look. Cross Attacker is a very interesting figure in the fact that the actual combinations are an X of two different figures. That's where the cross comes from. The figure does come with a set of weapons stored on the back, and it also comes with this coin. I have absolutely no idea what to do with this thing. I think this pegs into or is entered into the wrist-mounted toy. The directions don't say what this thing actually goes to. It's only one picture on the back of the box. Cross Attacker is a very interesting mold and very unique. I've never seen a figure quite like this, and it's definitely molded very, very awesomely. The two figures that make up this guy are the Saber and the Dire Wolf. And the overall aesthetic of this super meched out football player, American football that is, works really well. He does have fists, even though he doesn't look like he does. They are right here inside the mouths of the two animals. And for his size, he is pretty posable. The only issue I have with the posability are his hips. The ratchets aren't that tight here in the hips, but the connectors underneath the hips, where the swivels are incredibly loose. There's a lot of play in here. I'm using no force whatsoever to move these. I'm using more force to pick it up. The overall aesthetic, though, works really well, and he does come. The audio gimmick is worked by pushing this little blue button under his pec. I think the design of the head is really cool as well, because you've got the two different looks going. So you've got on the one side the saber-tooth eye, and on the other side, the dire wolf eye. Just a very, very interesting look. And you've got circle and, I guess, slotted, I don't know what these would be, but circle slotted designs on the sides, on the bottom of the mouth guard as well. Just really, really neat. It feels like you should be able to push a button in for his head, but no such luck. The weapons are easily detached from the back and held in hand, and you have a sword in the dire wolf and a, I'm just going to say like a mace or a mallet, more of like a mace or a battle mace in the other hand. I wonder if it's supposed to be a gun? I don't know. I've looked on YouTube to try and find videos of him, but I haven't found much, so I guess that could work as a gun, maybe? Just, it's odd. It's definitely weird. And I had to lean him back a bit because the legs up here up front just were causing the figure to fall forward. Dang it. I will freely admit, for a kid's toy, this guy is pretty complex, and I like him a lot. I just wish he didn't have the issue with his hips that he does. I don't know if any other video reviewers have run into this problem, but man, it's really sad to see how floppy he is. So, transformation-wise, this transformation is pretty darn complex. We're gonna just effectively rip him apart and find more of these clear band-aids. This figure on mine just had a bunch of them. So ripping the chest apart and then ripping the hips apart. Then when we do that, we're supposed to be able to just grab him and pull him apart at the tummy. So then we end up with the red cross part and the silver part. So we'll start with silver for now. So this is how he stands when he's combined. To start off with, we're going to take the leg, turn it so that the boot is facing towards the mouth of the beast, and then ratchet this section up and peg it into place up here. Like that. And then take this section and fold that up and snap it into place into the blue section there. So just, that's how it was originally sitting. I like to just come in here and fold up the mouth hand right now. That's just a personal preference. You don't have to do that. It is actually a little bit harder than you might think, because you've got to fold this black piece out of the way, then fold the black piece over the fist, and when you do that, that'll push the fist up into the mouth of the beast mode. And then when we transform it back, you'll just pull it down and it'll pop, or it should pop out. So from here, we're going to grab the legs, or the leg, and split it open, and flip the leg bits down, and fold the legs back so that they form the back of the dire wolf. Then take the foot section of the combined mode and fold that in to the sides like this. And then just make sure that the lion feet or the dire wolf feet are folded out and into place. And then fold the legs in to form more wolf-like legs, like so. Next, take the silver section that is actually the shoulder pad and pull it forward so we could take this little bit right here and flip that down, come down to where the paws are and pull them out as far as they will go, and then fold down the paws, take the head and push the head in, and then rotate it up until the clip here snaps into the little peg there, like so. And then fold the legs down, get everything situated. Now that the wolf form has been mostly fully formed, we're going to go ahead and take his weapon, fold it down as far as it'll go, and peg it into his butt. So there we have his tail. And that is the transformation for dire wolf. Sabertooth transformation is virtually identical. The only difference is we're going to just take the robot head and turn it to the side like that, so it's pointing forward towards the other beast face. So we could first fold up the fist, get that into place, fold it into the plastic bit, and fold that closed for the mouth. I'll leave the saber teeth out like that. Transformation is virtually identical here, so turn the legs such that we can open them up. Fold the leg up so that it pegs into this yellow hip guard, like that. Fold the whole section up and into place. Split the legs open and fold them back so that they can close. And fold them forward and flip the football feet out to the sides like that. And just get them positioned, or get the legs positioned such that it looks, or they will look okay. Come to the front where the head is and fold or pull out the legs. Flip up the head until it snaps into place. Collapse it like that. And snap that into place. Oh, I did forget. You can take the football head and push that down to the back. That reveals the connector. So fold that up, snap that into place, get the legs situated, and then we'll attach the tail. And here we have Sabertooth transformed. Very, very cool. The individual styling of these two guys is really something nice. I love the look of these guys. They are effectively the same figure, but I'm okay with it because they both, combine for one, and two, they just look neat. I love the look of these guys. You have 01 and 02. I don't know if I have Direwolf completely transformed correctly, because look at the tail sticking up off of his butt like this. I want to say it's more angled like Sabertooth, but I haven't been able to find a correct connector, and honestly, the directions are kind of crappy. A very cool bit on both of these guys is where they store the individual Biklonz characters. They're stored in their backpacks. For Direwolf, you do have to kind of disassemble them a little bit in order to get to the little bicyclist, but they are right here, and thankfully, they do not include little figures. That was the one issue I had with the original Biklonz set, where the little figures one was eaten by a cat, one of my cats, so you can imagine how much I'm glad that these guys aren't easily digestible, we'll say. I like these figures a lot. They are super stylish and just a ton of fun. And it really just kind of grinds my gears that we in the US don't get anything like this. I mean, I've never seen a robot series kind of like this. I mean, yeah, we had something like Transformers Energon and whatnot, but even then, I don't think we had anything quite like this, and they're fun. They're just nifty, and their build quality is fantastic. I don't think I'm going to break these things. They never feel like anything bad is going to happen to them. They just feel incredibly solid and a whole lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to the next set, or which I do have. I just haven't opened it yet. Oh boy, getting these hands out is a lot more difficult than it should be. But transforming these guys is a lot of fun. And like I said, in the US, we don't have anything like this. I would love to see Sono Kong bring these guys to the US. They wouldn't be cheap. I don't know if these things would last here in the US because this set is not cheap. And the other set, I believe it's called Thunder Baron, sure as heck is not cheap. I mean, we're talking like $100 for Thunder Baron, and this set was something like $70 or $80 to get it shipped here to the US. Not cheap by any stretch of the imagination, but I'd be willing to pay some money just to give these to my kid, because wow, these are some nice figures. I mean, the build quality on them is fantastic. The plastic feels good, and the overall aesthetic is great. And let's face it, I mean, how many other toys do we have that are this kind of combining? Not many. And even in Transformers, the Combiner Wars, while I like them, aren't nearly as cool as this. Just getting them merged up, getting these sets merged up is a little tricky sometimes. So the hips are easy to combine. It's the chest that's always a little bit of an issue. So gang, I hope you have enjoyed this look at Biklonz Cross Attacker. I would highly recommend picking it up. It's an awesome set, a ton of fun, and very, very cool. Hey, I hope you have enjoyed this video review. As always, I'm Baltmatrix. Ask you to like, comment, and subscribe, and please stick around for my next video review.